It's time for Two Guys and a Goalie with Dustin Nielson, Matt Kassian, and the goalie, Joaquin Gage.
What's up? It's 12:02 on a game day. It's Two Guys and a Goalie, brought to you by GS Construction. For more than 5 decades, GS Construction has been proud to serve our communities and work alongside incredible people, helping Edmonton grow for over 50 years. Visit gsconstruction.ca for more details today. It is Nielson, it is Cass, it is Gage, it is Two Guys and a Goalie. Thank you very much for being here today. You can text us anytime if you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com right now. You can fire us a text, your thoughts on the Oilers. We're going to dive into the lineup here as well. 780-218-9999. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us and feel free to slide into the nasty chat. So we'll get to that as well. Gager, what's up, buddy?
I'm annoyed this morning, but
okay,
I'm all right.
What you got to tell us what the annoyance is?
Yeah, it's with everything. Like this morning, I get up and I gotta take my daughter to her physio appointment.
Oh boy!
And so I take her there, and I'm just like, ugh. And
Parrington sucks.
But first, it's kind of the route I take to get here, right?
Okay.
So right away, I'm like, I have to go this route again soon. I'm mad that I have to do it twice now, and I'm in a bad mood.
She doesn't have her license yet, right?
Well, she does.
Oh, she does.
But it was early, and she was just like, I would rather me do it than her getting an accident.
Yeah,
she's in a bad mood or something like that, right? So I do that, and then sitting there. And I brought my book, but of course I should have left my phone in the car because I started going on my phone and I just doom scrolled for like 40 minutes. I'm just like, that put me in a horrible mood. Then I came home and the dog was there looking at me. You taking me out or what? And I'm like,
go for a walk.
Take you out, get some stuff ready, and then I asked my dog, "Are you going to school today?" And I don't know. Then I'm just like, okay, you know what? Then I just got in the car and I'm driving here. I'm going, I've already went this way once.
Oh, man.
So
what a shitty day so far.
And then
I'm sorry for your loss.
His little video, doing all these weird questions. Had to pump your tires like crazy.
Thanks, man.
And then
I haven't done the questions yet.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know I was an answer on a couple of them.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's no other answer available. Like, I think I was pretty good. And then I felt bad because there's one question that it came down to kind of 2 people.
Yeah.
And then I had to pick one or the other.
So what, Trev's doing a video. Did you do this video already, Nanzo? Okay, so he explained to me a little bit today, but I'm still not sure I totally grasp it. So what's he's just asking general, like, who's the most this around the office?
Yeah. It's like 8 to 10 questions about like who would survive on an island.
Oh, definitely not me. I hope you didn't ask me.
Oh, no,
one.
I knew that.
Yeah, you're down at the bottom.
Yeah, I was lower on the list for that one. And then he's going to put that together and throw it on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, I guess
okay.
so, yeah.
They had the doom scroll. You can't doom scroll early in the day, man.
Oh, especially like there's a lot going on right now, so I'm I gotta decompress.
I laid down in bed at like 10 o'clock last night and was looking through my phone.
Oh no.
11:20. I was just like, what the hell have I done? Like, this is awful.
It's awful.
It's worse.
It is the worst.
You guys want to know the trick?
Yeah.
You want to know the trick for me to not do that is I don't have social media on my phone.
Yeah, I remember you telling us a few years ago. You took all the social media off the phone.
It's on my wife's phone, so I'll still do it sometimes. But it's like if I'm going to doom scroll, I get like 10 minutes because she's coming to take her phone back.
Yeah.
So it's usually pretty quick because it's just like I'm on there. I got to rifle through all my messages and the video clips that are completely inappropriate that my buddies all send me because that's what you do. Yeah, real friends are the ones that you all get in trouble if they saw the text thread and the videos you send each other, and then my phone gets taken away. So I can't. That's the solution is I can't do it for that long. Although I will say it has happened where it's like we'll be sitting on the couch or like in bed about to go to bed and she'll have it and I'll like mosey on over and start watching too, and then you get sucked into it a little bit. But
it just sucked right in.
Generally,
like, it's okay.
Yeah, sucked right in.
It's okay if it's making you laugh. I think. Like the other night, I was dying laughing at some of these videos. Like there was this one video that the guy was like on the overhang bar, like in a jungle gym, and he was swinging, and then he put his like legs up on it too, and was swinging back, and his buddy came in and put a piece of wood between his legs and his arms. So then he couldn't let go.
So he got stuck.
But then, you know, hair clips, like for girls that he got that because he's wearing these tight shorts. I can put those right on his genitalia. So he couldn't let go.
Sometimes doom scrolling is hilarious. It really pays off.
And of course, my wife's going, "What is so funny?" And she looks at this and she goes, "You find that funny?" I go, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
That's always the worst when your wife thinks like you're an idiot, like you're stupid for finding something that funny.
Yeah, it was. But you see the guy's face, and he's like, "Ah!"
And just like that, Gager's day has been saved.
Yeah,
that's good.
I just watched that like 20 times.
Like for me, it was an hour and 20 minutes last night, laying in bed, scrolling, and nothing to show for it. I was just like, I need to sleep. Like I very rarely sleep. I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Even partway through it, I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And then I was just like, I'll just check out a couple more things.
Well, there's a few things you can set the options to turn off. Like you only get whatever, an hour, half hour.
Oh, you can,
minutes.
hey?
You can set those.
I'd like all of my social media apps, probably with the exception of Twitter, because I don't really doom scroll Twitter. Twitter, you just sort of pop on, see whatever sports.
You got to go
news
to
is up,
following it, but if it goes to the For You side, then you're dead.
Yeah. But yeah, all my apps, if I could just shut them off at 10.
Yeah.
And then that might be
I might have to do that.
I was at Marshall at power skating last night, and usually I just sort of doom scroll there while keeping an eye on them. But yesterday I was like, screw it. I brought my headphones and I tossed on the newest episode of Fallout.
Oh.
And it timed out perfect.
Nice.
So I watched, it was probably the best episode of this season so far. I think.
I think
it was pretty good.
Fourth.
Is it the most recent one? Are you caught up?
I don't know. I think it was number 5. It's the fifth one.
I think that's the most recent.
Yeah, it was the
think
best one I think in quite some time. It was like a good story on the ghoul and stuff.
That one.
I thought that was a really good episode. That the season
Good character
so far,
development.
Yeah, I hadn't been in love with this season so far, but that 5th episode sucked me back in for sure.
See, I've liked it, and I think it's a great show. But I'm kind of like, God, I wish it was all available now because I know I would burn right.
Oh,
through
you
the
just
whole
straight
thing.
up binge it.
I love it. It's good.
Yeah.
See, I've liked it because they're not forcing Easter eggs, but there's a lot. So it's like even in this last one, I had to pause the episode. My wife was like, "Hey, can you explain that to me a little bit more?" Because it's like there's throwbacks to some of the video games that they have in there from a world building standpoint. But I really like the character development this year. Like the ghoul is. Yeah, I mean Goggins is
history, right? So
I mean Walton Goggins is just still crushing it. Like he's still awesome.
Yeah.
So
he's killing it. It was a great ending to that episode too. Spoiler alert, it was pretty interesting.
I can't wait.
I figured Cass one of the Easter eggs because I know nothing about the video games. But when they went to that city and then the sign popped up of the area they were in, I thought that must be from the video games.
Yeah,
like it looked
in the video games, like
you play the video game, you're like, oh
yeah, yeah. Well, the New Vegas in the video games is like the whole thing is still pristine, right? Like it's not apocalyptic at all.
Oh, really?
So it's like
okay.
Yeah. And so like when
this is what the best video game of the whole series. Like a lot of people
feel that. Yeah.
So, but in the show, it's
so
not New Vegas. It's like it's been blown away.
Well, it still is, but it's like part of it. Yeah, it's not. It basically it's throwing back because this happens after technically the video game would have happened. So it's like there's a bunch of stuff that's happened. And we don't know. So we're trying to fill in. You're trying to fill in the gaps of how did it get to this place?
So you don't know how New Vegas became how it is in the show.
Well, if you played the games, you sort of do, but you don't at the same time. You're like because there's like multiple outcomes in that game too, depending on what you do and what you choose in that. So they're kind of leaving some of it, I think, a little intentionally ambiguous so that the multiple endings kind of all fit. But yeah, it's some of the homage stuff inside there is pretty good. It's I like the character development. It's a fun show.
All right, let's get to the biggest news today. Goalie fight last night in the National Hockey League. Cass, you texted us and you said, when I see a goalie fight, these are your words. I just want to rip my shirt off. So you were pretty excited about that one last night, eh?
I was so pumped. Like I just like that was my feeling. It's like I wanted to go Hulk Hogan and like just yell and like run, just like go do wind sprints. It's like the adrenaline is just pumping, and there wasn't even a great fight from a goalie fight standpoint. Like it was like it just wasn't. It wasn't a great fight, but just that it happened, I was pumped. You just don't see them very often, and the crowd sounded like they hated it. Because fighting is evil and horrible and everything awful. But no, I was still am. I think about it. I'm just like, that just gets me. It just gets me excited. Like it's just it's just awesome. It's just awesome. And I just love that Bobrovsky was down there. Just in there. Like, just go. Like, it's not the halfway, like, hey, cross the red line, come. It's like, no, it was happening. Like, he fully committed to it. And it was great. Like, how can you not like that as a hockey fan? Like, how can you watch that and be like, oh, this is horrible, evil brutes? Like, no, you're like, this is unreal.
It's like once every 5 years. Right?
I know.
Like, it's okay to enjoy it when it goes down. Gager has the goalie on 2 Guys and a Goalie. It obviously affected Cass. I always think they're just incredible. What do you think?
I thought it came about the way it did happen was how it should happen. It's perfect. The goalie Nedeljkovic, gets mad because one of his players was hurt. Right, he gets in there because he's mad, and then you see. Oh shoot! Bobrovsky go. Oh, he's getting in there. I got to get in there. So it happened. The organicness of how it happened, perfect. And then racing down to the other end and getting straight armed first of all and falling is hilarious. And it is so hard to fight with all that stuff.
Oh,
it's
man.
just I guarantee after 3 seconds they're both exhausted because A, they don't do that much, and B, it's just so hard. And it was a perfect goalie fight, right? They're just trying to grab at each other and throwing and swinging, and then they go to the ice. I thought it was awesome. It was like watching those kids have that line brawl. Like, no one's really going to get hurt, but it's kind of fun to watch, right? It was just like you said, it doesn't happen all the time, but it's great.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but probably maybe right before Christmas. Did you see the goalie fight in the NLL? Did you see the lacrosse goalie fight?
No.
Oh man! So these guys go and they take off their gear. Like
they take the top.
Yeah. So it's just 2 dudes street fighting basically. I mean, one of my buddies produces NLL stuff for TSN. I think he said it was like the second goalie fight in NLL history or something like that. And it was. I mean, it was completely different than the one we saw last night.
Yeah.
Guys on skates trying to grasp and find something to grab. These guys huge gear up top, right? It goes off and they just straight up grab each other.
That's a street fight.
Yeah. It was a street fight. It was Big Uke over there says that NLL fight was absolutely insane. It really was. Those guys were nuts. Somebody's asking, and I think I sort of know the answer, but Gager, did you ever have a goalie fight in your career?
Yep. Yeah. Well,
that was in Europe, right?
Yeah, I've had three fights. Well, junior, I fought in junior.
Okay.
Same type of thing happened. I had to race down and try to settle.
Who'd you fight in junior?
Scott Bailey.
Okay.
For Spokane Chiefs.
Okay.
I think he's a cop. I said this.
He's a cop.
He's a cop.
He's a cop now. Yeah.
And then another. Oh shoot! What was his name? I forget his name.
In junior again?
Yeah, I played for the Moose Jaw Warriors. There was a massive line brawl, and he wanted to fight me. He kept asking me to fight. I said, no, I don't want to. Ended up, we kind of threw each other around. And then I beat up that little Swedish kid.
Yeah, the Swedish kid's the one I remember. Yeah. That was a goalie too, or is that a player?
No,
that was a player.
That was a player.
Yeah.
And it's terrible because YouTube took the video down. Like it's so old, I guess. They had to, so I don't have access to it anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
What year would you have been fighting the Moose Jaw guy?
That would have been 93, 94.
93?
Yeah.
Or 94.
92, 93?
92, they had Luke Siemens.
Nope.
90.
Jody Lehman? Does that sound right?
So I've got the whole list of Moose Jaw goalies here. Let's see.
I think his last name's Lehman.
Jody Lehman.
Jody Lehman. That's it.
Yeah, Jody Lehman.
Yeah. So I think we're friends on
career
Facebook.
Pims. Yeah. Are you friends on Facebook now?
Yeah, we're friends on Facebook.
Cass, what was the best goalie? Like, first of all, Gager, you getting in 3 goalie fights is pretty good.
Well,
I mean, how many guys get in 2.5 goalie fights? There you go. Your goalie that fought 3 times.
And I fought at Notre Dame too. We were playing the.
How old were you then?
Ooh, that would have been. I would have been
15?
14, 15.
Okay.
We played Bantam at that point. There was no Bantam AAA league in Saskatchewan at that point, so we had to play midget AA.
Okay.
So we were playing the midget AA Melville Millionaires in Melville.
Yeah.
And it broke out, and we started fighting. And the one fight, one was really hilarious because this kid named Brett Colburn, really good hockey player. Brett got this big guy and somehow had him like in a reverse choke kind of thing. And he's skating by with him because the guy's bigger and he knows if he lets him go, he's going to get pummeled. He's like, walk. And I go, what? He goes, hit him.
He's holding him.
He's holding him. I go, I can't do that. And then I'm tussling with the other goalie and everything. And then one of our guys on our team, his name is Ryan Bates, who I think is a doctor now. He was my roommate, but he actually did like Golden Gloves and he squared off with this big, huge guy. And there are, you know how there's certain hockey fights that just stand out in your memory.
You won't ever forget him.
He beat the tar out. Like he didn't grab him. And he
didn't grab him?
He didn't grab him at first. He let him grab him, and he kind of went like this and jostled, and he hit him with 2 jabs, a right, and then he threw a punch, and he slipped it and threw a left hook, and the guy was staggered, and he probably hit him like 3 or 4 more times before he hit the ground.
Really?
It was unbelievable.
God, I wish there was fights for every single fight ever in the history of hockey.
Oh, man, that was...
I mean, a lot of them are at hockeyfights.com, but yeah, Cass was... I mean, you were a fighter, but how many games were you in where your goalie got in a fight as well? Do you remember?
I'm trying to think of how many, and I'm trying to find the one because we played with a goalie in Houston. I wasn't in any in the NHL where the goalies went.
Yeah.
In Houston, I'm trying to remember. I don't doubt that it happened, and I'm pretty sure it was Barry Brust was his name, because if you look at Barry Brust, so I got to try to find a highlight. Barry Brust was. He was the worst. I mean, he was great on your team / the worst because he would drive you nuts. Sometimes he'd take penalties doing it. Gager, and you know how goalies will try to get in guys' way, like on the forecheck, or like someone's cutting in front of their crease and they'll kind of stick their stick out or their leg out and try to clip them a little bit. He did that all the time. Like he loved guys, if he played the puck, because he played it a lot, but he loved playing it and then dropping his shoulder and trying to run a guy over behind the net. He was that guy. And so I'm pretty sure he did. I'm just trying to remember against who it was. So I'll have to look it up because I'm pretty sure it was Brusty that was.
Can I give you a note on Barry Brust? He went over and played in Europe for 10 years after he's done in the American League. And in 2 of his years in Europe, he had 100 PIM seasons as a goalie.
Yeah.
So sounds like the guy you're describing, Kaz.
Yeah. No, that would be
109 PIMs in 33 games in Germany.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
That's where I gotta look and see, because I'm trying to remember. It would have been 08 or 09 maybe. He's for sure in my brain. So I don't remember it clearly. So and that's usually because when goalie fights happen, there's other fights happening, which usually means I'm in a fight at the same time.
You're
so I'm not
paying
watching
attention.
them.
Yeah.
So usually I'm not paying attention. But I'll have to check on that, because I think he did, but I don't recall it perfectly at this point.
Gager, did you ever put up 100 PIMs in a season as a goalie? I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know.
It seems like a stretch.
That's a lot. That's a lot of 10s and stuff, though. You're not slashing and whacking. I don't think so. What about the goalie in Ottawa there, the Finnish guy? He was a little bit of a loose cannon, wasn't he? Did he train like MMA? He didn't fight?
Which one? I wasn't in Ottawa with the Finnish guys.
Vegas. He was with Vegas. He had to.
Oh, Leonard. Sorry.
Leonard.
Yeah, Swedish. Yeah. Yeah. No, he didn't. It surprised me that he didn't get any. But he wasn't. No, he wasn't in any fights. He probably would have. Yeah, he would have, but I didn't see him anyways getting a fight. I don't think he was in one. I don't think Leonard got in any.
The guys that like to fight was Kluche.
They find a way.
Kluche wanted to fight. Emery wanted to fight, right? Emery was kind of tough too.
Okay, he was in the minors. I pulled it up here when he was 21. So he got into a couple.
Who's that, Brust?
No, Leonard.
Oh, Leonard. Okay.
Yeah, not while I was there. In the minors, just looking up. Dropped his gloves a couple times. I mean, he dropped his gloves. Yeah, someone hit Bogosian, so he tried to fight somebody, which that doesn't surprise me one bit. But yeah, I wasn't on the ice with him when he got in a fight.
Quick Ron Hextall note. his first 3 years in the National Hockey League, 104 PIMs, 104 PIMs, 113 PIMs.
Well, who did he
finished his career with 584 penalty
Holy
minutes
smokes.
in 600 games.
That's more
Pretty
than
good.
most players.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Man, he also his stat line in 86, 87, 6 assists and 104 PIMs, also 137 games. The next year, 6 assists, 104 PIMs, 130 games. The next year, 8 assists, 113 PIMs, and 130 games.
Wow.
Yeah. Got to be, I don't even have to look it up. That's got to be the only 3-season stretch where a goalie won 30 games and also had over 100 PIMs. So congratulations to Ron.
It's one thing to negotiate. I have 100 PIMs a year and 5 assists, 5 points, and maybe throw in a goal.
That'll get you 2.5 mil on the back end nowadays. Like that's kind of funny. All right, let's stick around the league. Then we're going to dive into the Oilers and the Devils here. We got some higher fire coming up. It's 2 guys and goalie. It is for GS Construction. Cash, your thoughts on Rasmus Andersson going from Calgary down to Vegas? They get a first, they get a second that could become a first if they win the cup. They get Zach Whitecloud and another defensive prospect. Vegas gets Andersson and actually saves enough money on the cap to activate McNabb off LTIR when he's ready to go.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I kind of don't mind this piece of work for either team. But what do you think of the deal?
It is good for both teams. When I first saw it, I was like, why couldn't the Oilers do something? But I hadn't seen what was included in the trade yet. But when I saw he went in division, I'm like, like you tell me they traded him in the division and Edmonton wasn't in on that. And then I saw that take on the other end and I was like, oh yeah, Edmonton was not in on that. Like they do not have the assets to be able to pour that in. So I thought like it's expensive for Vegas. Like that is not cheap. That is very expensive. But you're in a window. And so they are like, hey, we're going to sell everything and bring in a guy that we think is going to help us that essentially replaces Alex Pietrangelo, right? On your back end from a reliability standpoint, right? Like he replaces Pietrangelo. You have to maintain the space to bring Whitecloud back, as you mentioned. And so you're kind of like, or McNabb back, sorry, is mentioned. And you end up in a good spot for Vegas. Now, again, it's expensive. So if things don't pan out from a playoff standpoint, we're going to have to go back and look at it and say, hey, was this worth it? Was it not? For right now, though, Vegas just got a lot better and a team that's already playing pretty well. And for Calgary, like that's a pretty good take for a player that you figure, hey, we're probably not going to re-sign this guy.
That's the thing. If he's
let's
walking,
get some good for him. If he's walking, you got a pile of stuff.
Yeah, like
so
Whitecloud, with the way Calgary's right now, he could play top 4 minutes for them. You get first and second, maybe 2 firsts.
I think Calgary won this deal right now. As of right now, I like Whitecloud as a defender.
He's good.
He's really, really good. I like what he said afterwards. It's kind of like he's from. We looked it up yesterday. He's from Brandon, so he's coming back to Canada to play. He looks really excited. They have him for another, I believe, 2 years, right? So they have term on this guy, which is I think really important. And part of me, look, I know Rasmus or Anderson is a good defender, but I always kind of look at him when he plays against the Oilers, and the Oilers kind of have their way with him. It's not like I don't think he's. They're saying you replace Pietrangelo, but
he's not at Pietrangelo's
level. He's not
when
Pietrangelo.
A couple years ago.
So yeah, we'll see. Obviously makes Vegas a little bit deeper on the back end for now, but you still got to re-sign him too, because that's a lot to give up if you cannot get this guy locked down.
I think they will re-sign him though.
Didn't he mention something that he wanted?
Well, he said he wasn't going to sign anywhere, but he also he was linked to Vegas in the past of like a place that he wouldn't mind going. So Vegas finds a way to keep these guys.
That's because it's Vegas, and you're like, hey, you're playing hockey here for the rest of the winter instead of being in Calgary for the rest of that. You're going to be in Vegas. Welcome.
But he's Swedish. It's not that bad, man. But you look at the crop of UFAs. He's one. Panarin's kind of. I'm actually shocked Vegas didn't get Panarin, and so it's still not over.
It's not over yet, buddy. It's not over yet.
And Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting crop of potential UFAs. We'll have to wait and see what happens in San Jose too.
Andrew, the accountant, asks, who finishes with more points, Hextall's full career or Frederick after 8 years with the Oilers?
Well, we know who's going to finish with more PIMs.
By the way, I think Hextall had about 35 points. So right now, Frederick's on about that pace for the 8 years. Actually, he's not. he needs to crank it up a bit.
Oh my god,
that's troubling. That's that's.
He's been playing. Can we say in his defense at least?
He's been playing.
He has been
lately.
playing better.
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
He's
I
been
think
playing
that's
better.
he's got the Lazar bump. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lazard's dragging him into some of these games. We'll get a look at the lines tonight, but just talking about the trades, and Gager, you mentioned Vancouver, Sherwood to San Jose.
Yeah.
Cats, I kind of like the idea of San Jose. They got younger pieces. They got this young stud. They're fighting. Like I think if they were to make it in, the playoff experience they could gain would be kind of invaluable to these guys at this early stage of their career. Kind of like McDavid in 2017, when they finally got back in there and it looked like things were going to be trending in the right direction, and then a bit of a hiccup along the way. But what did you think of the Sharks going out and giving up a couple of seconds to bring in Sherwood?
Yeah. Sherwood's a late bloomer. I think he even said that himself in terms of his development and his ability to produce. Like, that didn't come until later in his career. He hasn't hit 20 goals in the NHL. He had 40 points in 24, 25. He is on pace this year to, from a healthy standpoint, most likely break that by a significant margin. From the San Jose Sharks, like, you're maybe thinking, hey, we got to try to get into the playoffs and get some of that experience. But I still kind of look at it and go, what would those picks have brought you in the offseason from a trade standpoint? Like, if you're getting dragged in there, as you seem to be getting dragged in there by Celebrini, what's the end objective here? Like, what's the end objective for Sherwood? Could you have got more in the summer? I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know yet if this is going to be the right play for the San Jose Sharks for where they are in their development process. Maybe some of the veteran presence helps, but again, it's not like he's a guy that scored 20 every single year for the last 7 years. Like, he's a guy that's pretty recent into his NHL success at an offensive level.
I've liked what I've seen from Sherwood this year. I believe he's right now at 17, so career high 19 Cass. He'll most likely break the 20 goal mark. 30 years old, I believe. I mean, part of it is we were talking yesterday and saying how if you would have said that the San Jose Sharks at this point in the season would be buyers, that would be quite interesting, right? And this maybe this is an asset that can help Celebrini lessen the load a little bit and help these guys get over the finish line and get to the postseason for the first time in a while. But I think it was Hernan that said, you always got to be careful about a guy that's doing well on a bad team, right? So there's something to that a little bit. But hopefully for San Jose Sharks, he can continue this type of play because he's an enjoyable player to watch. I like the way he plays. There's, he plays with a little reckless abandon, shoots, got a great shot. I watched that little thing about him. It was on one of the broadcasts, like how his workouts and how he's changed everything. It's good to see him have some success. But like you said, Cass, is this the right time to be pulling the trigger on that type of player at that age when the nucleus of this team is still quite young and you're still retooling? I think you got to be careful about putting the cart before the horse, especially at the progression of your organization to become a consistent playoff contender when you're getting rid of potential assets that can help you further down the road.
Yeah, and he's going to be due a pretty big pay bump too, right? Yeah. And so it's like after his best two seasons, like he's going to be due a big pay bump. So, for a guy in his 30s, like, are you going to be overpaying him here if you re-sign him? If you don't re-sign him, why'd you make the trade? Yeah. So jury's just well out on it still for me.
All right. Just to tie these trades into the Oilers, both of you guys can answer this one. Gager, what's the Oilers' number one priority between now and the trade deadline? What would you say is number one on the to-do list now that goaltending appears to at least be solidified for the near future?
Gosh, that's a good question. Like, because I like that third line right now, but it might be
like when Draisaitl's there.
Yeah,
like
I'm just thinking of you get Henrique back, but then I think if you move Lazar out of the lineup, I think you're crazy. So Henrique, you can't.
Now Lazar's got to be your fourth line center.
So does Henrique plays on that line, right?
On the wing?
On the wing, possibly. It's a little bit easier to play on the wing. I don't know. He's not his foot speeds. Is it a?
I know.
Is it a bottom six, beefy, speedy guy like another Kapanen kind of thing? A good Kapanen, good Kapanen.
I mean, it could be Kapanen just in your bottom six if you wanted to flip somebody else up there with Leon, right?
But then if you look at I like the progression of the D. But if I guess if you were going to ask me, it's a little bit more meat somewhere in the bottom six with some speed.
Yeah.
Bigger guy with speed.
Cass, what say you, buddy?
I kind of go with a 3C if you could, bigger with speed. Third line centerman with bigger with speed. That ideally, maybe that would be it. But I do get torn between that and a beefy, vicious defenseman that shoots right-handed.
So different than everything they have, hey? Like on the back
just
end.
from a depth, give you a different look if you needed to slide him into the lineup. Someone that just is just mean, like it plays big, isn't fancy, isn't going to put up points, but just plays mean and pretty consistent. They could be in and out of your lineup a little bit. That's what I'd be looking for as well. I'm kind of torn between the two of them. I want to say like a Ryan McLeod type of third line center. Like that's what you'd be looking for. Bugstad, that type of guy. I don't know who's available, who's what out there, but
we'll see what shakes.
A 3C, the 3C or just a physical defenseman that's like we'll call it a 4-5 type of guy.
It'd be nice if you could come away with both of those things.
Yeah, I mean a D-man in the mold of a Desharnais, but if I look at Desharnais, like his overall skill, if it's a video game, it's like 68. You wanted it like 75
with a little bit more speed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, a little bit more speed.
That's a good way.
But the same type of ability to...
Oh, he really popped.
Yeah.
Last night,
yeah. But that's what you want. Like some guy that has the capacity to maybe pop guys a little bit.
Yeah.
Going to be rough and tumble around the net. Like it's just they don't have that. And so having it a little bit more, I think, would be beneficial. Again, not someone that necessarily needed to be in the lineup every night, but someone that could be.
But if it's required, they come in for Emberson. And
where does Josh Manson play?
Colorado.
I know, but what?
Colorado. He would be
5'6".
Yeah, he probably plays 4.
Probably
mostly,
plays top 4.
Play top
4 still. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, I think he still plays top 4.
I think he's still in their top 4, buddy.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could get something like,
you're saying like that type.
Is that a pipe dream?
Manson.
Well, you're not getting Colorado's not moving
like
Manson.
Yeah, they're not moving him. Like
that would be pretty.
I'm not saying it's Manson.
Edmonton's version of Manson.
Yeah.
Because like big. Skates pretty well, right-handed shot. Yeah. He would be kind of right up. And he's not like because people throw out the Colton Parayko, and I love Colton, amazing person, amazing human, good player, but he's not
mean.
He's not a mean player. No, he's a very good player. He's a very rangy player. Yeah, I'd take him too in a heartbeat, absolute heartbeat. But is a guy that's maybe a little bit more on the just plays mean side. And Manson's not a mean individual. He's a fantastic person, but that type of player in that ilk would be great. Would love it.
Manson's playing 18 minutes a night, which is a minute less than Brent Burns, 4 minutes less than Taves, and 7 minutes less than McCarr. So he's their fourth. Yeah. He's their fourth number 4 guy.
Never mind.
All right, let's go to this lineup tonight. So because of the cap situation with Kapanen out and the 3 goalies on the roster, they could send Howard down and call up 2 forwards. but they don't want to go with that. So it looks like it'll be an 11-7 situation here with Regula, the only other healthy body that would come in tonight. So McDavid with Hyman and Podkolzin, Nuge with Roslovic and Frederick, Lazar with Janmark and Mangiapane, and then Howard and Savoy listed as your 10th and 11th forwards. Gager, I'd have to think that those guys are going to be playing a lot with McDavid and Nuge.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Would you not just think McDavid and Nugent Hopkins sort of rotate between Savoy and Howard, or maybe it's just McDavid and he plays a little bit more? Or I would just, with those two kids sitting there like that, I sort of think, oh, this could kind of be neat. They might get to play with McDavid when they're out there.
Please give him McDavid.
Yeah,
please
right?
give him
Like,
McDavid.
nothing against
roll
Nuge,
McDavid
like
through.
either one of those two guys, but McDavid with those
Yeah.
two kids for 9 or 10 minutes,
Oh, that'd be great.
that'd be awesome.
I want to see it. I want to see
not?
it.
Yeah. What would the plan be? I mean, they're not going to double shift Lazar with them, so it's got to be McDavid and Nuge. I mean, that's
Sometimes like injuries are a blessing in disguise for head coaches, because I think the blinders get put on, and the ability to use players that becomes that nice safety blanket. When you remove that, then they got to find something else to keep them warm, right? So now the fact that you don't have Leon Draisaitl or Adam Henrique, he's looking for other things that work really well. And over the past 2 games, he's found some nice chemistry. So yeah, like why not try to find something else that might work when things aren't working, that you can fall back on. Maybe the 2 young kids with McDavid are something that you could go to with a completely different look at times, right?
I'm very excited to see McDavid with those two. Like just
And it's Lazar, Lazar,
Janmark, and Mangiapane.
Okay.
And then Nuge will have Roslovic on his right side and Frederick looking for that point on the left side.
Ugh. But whatever.
I kind of I don't mind them throwing Frederick up and giving him a look here now.
Kaz froze. Even the internet
The
is
internet hated that idea.
Oh, sorry, Cash, you're back now. You froze right after you said it, and we were like, the internet hates that idea. It's just no.
You guys froze, and I'm like, was it that interesting?
Stop talking, Cass. It's a horrible
It wasn't
idea.
that bad.
I didn't think it was that. Yeah. No, I don't mind giving, because he has been playing better. I don't mind giving Frederick a little bit of a bump here, because it's like, hey, he's been playing a little bit better. Try him out a little bit higher in the lineup here and maybe try to build something. I was just going to do a little comment. I wanted to throw that in there. I'm like, hey, I'm here for that, to try to get something out of him tonight.
Tristan Jarry will apparently start, even though he wasn't in the starter's net. But he's gonna start tonight. Gage, would you also start him against Pittsburgh when they're in town here, or is it a
Obviously
back and
not.
forth thing for now?
Yeah, obviously they don't want to do that. So
Well, they could start him tonight and Thursday,
I guess.
right? Do you think they would do that? Like,
No.
No, so it's back and forth right now?
No, I think it's Ingram and Jari back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not?
I don't really see a reason to run with either of them. Yeah, but you might as well it's good for Jari,
Yeah.
kind of get him back up to speed. Hopefully not push too. Is that, Gage, the whole, is that too much workload, or is that something that just sort of can re-injure because of the way you play the position?
No, usually it heals, right?
Yeah.
But then you can blow it again.
Yeah.
But you could blow the other one too.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that's the case. Maybe they're just kind of, let's ride these. They're both playing really well.
Yeah.
Ride it out to the break unless something drastic happens, I guess. And then you can, if he gets re-injured, then you got Pickard around too. But I can't see them playing Pickard at this point. It's too. Although I think he'll give you a good opportunity to win, I think your best bet is to go with one of these two guys. And the Pacific Division is way too close right now. You can't roll the dice on the fact that, you know what, he'll give us an honest effort compared to two guys that over the last 2 games, although they've been shutouts and the other team hasn't been able to do a lot of great things. They've made the saves they had to do, and they've been really quite good, especially Ingram.
Would you try to send Pickard through waivers?
Yes.
Why?
But you know what? We had a guy from the Hockey News on yesterday. I forget his name.
Was it Tragos?
Tragos was on, and he was talking. Of course, here's where the names really. Stolars, who's going to be coming back from injury soon, And I wondered if GMs kind of look at this sometimes. Okay, who's injured? Who's coming back? Stolar's timeline looks like he's about ready to come back, but from what it seems like in Toronto, that they've kind of liked the two guys that they have that are going, and maybe they make Stolar's available. And if you kind of, maybe it's just me conspiracy theory stuff, but if you time it right, send Stolar's down, the team that's actually looking for a goaltender, and they have to choose between Pickard or Stolar's, I think you would lean towards Stolar's more than Pickard, and then Pickard falls through the cracks at least. And I mean, I guess if there's two teams that want to pick up a goalie, then you're kind of screwed. But if there's the option and those two are available, I think if I'm a team that's in need of a goaltender, I'm going to pick the guy that, that's more of a proven number one guy than a backup guy.
All right, let's get into hired or fired here for GS Construction, because I do have a Calvin Pickard question that we can tie in here. GS Construction, working alongside you in our community for over 50 years. Let's start with the goalie question I was going to ask. Calvin Pickard won't play more than 3 games the rest of the season. Hire it or fire it?
I'm going to hire it. I'm optimistic that Jari's okay.
Cass, 3 games. Hire it or fire it?
Hiring it is he's going to get more.
Yeah, no. Hiring it is that he won't play more than 3
Oh, he
games.
won't. I'm gonna fire it.
Okay, so sprinkle.
I'm gonna fire it.
You said hire it. You said he won't play 3
He
games.
won't. Yeah.
Yeah.
He won't.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he will. And the reason I think he will is I think they want to keep options open, and they want to, in case of injury, in case of whatever, they want to, if they can, to have some depth there. I mean, that's why they're not making a decision now and sending guys down yet, because they want to hold on to all of them if they can. And provide the option. So,
well, don't you think the best option would be to send him down though, so he's playing instead of just
yes, but you can still call him up to play to keep him fresh. Like
franchise, though, right? Like,
yeah.
The Oilers are better without Adam Henrique. Hired or fire it?
hire it.
Right now, I got to say, hire it.
Right. I think it's.
I feel bad saying that. I know. I feel bad,
but I mean, he's older and slower, and they just.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they look quicker when he's not in the lineup.
He's like a car with the engine light on. Something's wrong.
You might be able to get a little bit of time out of it still.
You can still drive it
but
for a
you're
bit,
like,
but
I could also
you're going to have to take this thing in and probably.
Yeah. You know, the dealership sees that this is happening and is calling you already and being like, hey, interested in something new.
Yeah. If he I'm buying a new truck if I take him.
Yeah, that's the thing. You take in Henrique and you're coming home with a 2,500, 1-ton truck. Pancakes are better than French toast. Hire it or fire it?
I will fire it.
I asked this because I had a breakfast meeting today over at the IHOP.
What'd you have?
I had pancakes.
What kind of pancakes?
But I went in with the idea of having French toast, and then I sort of like, they came up short notice and like, what do you want? And I was like, oh, pancakes. I just had plain pancakes.
Really?
Yeah. Only a couple.
What was the question? I missed. What was it?
Pancakes are better than French toast. Hire it or fire it?
Hire it.
You like pancakes better than French toast, eh?
Give me a good pancake. Yeah.
I think I actually like French toast better.
I like French toast better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good at making French toast.
It's
That's
fun.
one of my things around the house. I like making French toast. Yeah.
Making French, I mean, it doesn't, what's better with your kids? I think making French toast is better.
Making French toast is like, what do you mean, from a health perspective or what
No,
kids like?
it's just a lot more fun. You put milk and mix with the pancakes, I guess, whatever.
Yeah. But you're dipping the bread in the egg batter.
The egg, and then maybe some, vanilla extract, little cinnamon in there.
Little cinnamon in there.
And then
I put a lot of seasoning salt.
sometimes what I will do is I'll put the French toast into the waffle iron. And then
Crazy
do it that
son
way.
of a gun.
And so then it looks like waffled French toast.
Okay, let's do this. Power rank these 4 things right now. French toast, pancakes, waffles, regular ordinary toast.
Waffles.
French toast, pancakes, waffles, and ordinary toast.
Yeah, power rank them.
I'm going waffles, French toast, pancakes, toast.
I'm going pancakes, French toast, waffles, plain toast.
And I think I'd go French toast, waffles, pancakes, regular toast. 3 different rankings.
Waffles are overrated to me. Like, they're still good. Don't get me wrong. I still like them, but French toast and pancakes are better.
We're a big Lego family on weekends, or Eggo. Lego, my Eggo. So, I mean, it comes in so many varieties now. It's
my brother. I make the waffles from scratch.
Of course you do.
And I've got my brother-in-law's recipe. If you don't hold on to these on the plate, they will rise up into the clouds. They are so light and fluffy.
That would be incredible. Like, I love it. You're actually making for when I look and you're like, I'm like, holy shit.
Hey, hold on.
It is rising up.
And I'm assuming you guys have never been to Belgium.
No, I have not.
You walk the streets of Belgium and even Amsterdam.
Are they just called waffles there?
They're
not
just
Belgian
carts.
waffles.
They're waffles. And if you grab one and eat it, it's perfect, because by the time you're finished, you'll hit another cart and you'll have to have
So they're just waffle carts everywhere in Belgium.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah.
So when you go to a waffle cart, do they give you various syrups that you can like dip the waffles in?
It was a lot. Yeah. No.
Or is it like, oh, they're so perfect?
No,
you
it's
don't need
perfect.
anything?
They just a little icing sugar, and that's it.
Oh, that sounds nice. All right. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins will reach 1,000 points in his career. He needs about 220 more.
Hire it. Yes.
I think
he's got time. He's still young, still playing with McDavid for at least a year before McDavid gets traded.
I love that Nuge is 15 years in and we still all look at his baby face and go, yeah, he's still kind of got, he's got 10 years left in him.
He looks exactly the same, except sometimes.
I think he does.
Yeah.
Think about it. He's got the rest of this season.
He averages 50 points.
Yeah.
The next couple of years, he's easily got it.
Yeah. Like he's going to get 30 more points this season. So he'll need about 185 points to get there. That's 3 60-point seasons. You got 2 seasons left with Connor McDavid at least.
Yeah.
I think he gets there.
Of course.
I hope he gets there.
Me too.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
All right. Asking a buddy to come out and then not showing up at the party you invited him to is a 10 out of 10 on the greasy scale.
Hire it. I don't know. Anyone that does that, I lose complete respect for. Just an awful, awful human being.
Right. So your buddy, I don't want to single anybody out here, but let's just say there was a guy we work with who's like, hey, I'm going to be out on Saturday night. You should come join us. And then I go join him, and he doesn't show up at the very I
got something to say about this.
Okay, so anyway, 10 out of 10 on the greasy scale, hired or fired?
You got to hire it. That's so greasy.
I think so.
Now, the only way it's not greasy is if it was intentional. It was like, I'm going to get him to show up to this place, and it's going to be really funny because it's not going to be a thing at all. And then it's hilarious. But generally, like if it wasn't a hilarious play, then greasy.
I was there when this certain individual asked you if you were what are you doing this weekend?
You were there, eh? Yeah,
I think there was the actual phrase was, hey, Dusty, what are you doing this weekend?
Yeah, I know. And my plan was to do nothing like I always do.
You made you got 2 kids.
Yeah.
You know,
I had to ask a wife and be like, hey, what do you think? And then there's going to be the guilt the next day that I had to deal with for going out. And so I sacrificed all this personal stuff because he invited me out. Yeah.
You know what's worse?
What?
His wife left town.
I know.
And he still didn't do it.
He could have definitely come down there. Girlfriend.
Wife.
I think we're probably done with that now. Although I'm sure it'll come up at the meeting tomorrow. I'm going to put it on the meeting agenda. Don't invite people to things you're not going to show up to yourself.
That's good.
With that being said, it does help if you go there and you know like 40 other people.
At least,
nice,
you know what? Yeah. It lessens the blow. At least you weren't sitting there by yourself.
Hey, man, so you guys coming? I'm here with a bunch of strangers.
Oh, yeah.
Waddy in Cloverdale says, for argument's sake, let's call him Herman Dallas. All right, so the Edmonton Oilers have not won 3 games in a row all season. It is almost February. Does this change tonight, Gager?
No.
What?
No.
You don't think they're going to beat the Devils?
No.
Oh, I think they're winning tonight.
Not a chance.
Cass, they got to win tonight, right?
They got to.
Would you not be?
They got to.
With this, I know you want to win every NHL game you play. But Cass, would there be a little bit of extra motivation to try to win the third one for the first time all year?
I sure hope so. Like, I just hope they're not too fat and sassy after winning a couple in a row.
11-0. Yeah, combined.
Yeah. Man, I hope they do. I think they do it. It has to happen. Guys, they're going to do it.
When you have a night out, it's the second day that really that hurts you mentally and physically. You might feel a little bit better, but you just don't have it. And after the Nuge game, I guarantee Knobloch came in and said, "Boys, green light. I'll see you Tuesday."
He probably shotgunned a beer right there in front of the whole team.
And you don't think this was a massive get-together, a gathering of sorts for the young Nugent
So a silver
Hopkins?
stick hangover.
Oh my gosh! You know they were doing shot skis with that thing. So the Oilers will be ass tonight. I guarantee it.
Troll text in says, "How do you guys feel about chicken and waffles together as a duo?"
Love it. So good.
That's good. Get a little
I've
hot
had
honey
it
on
once
there.
in my entire life, and I remember liking it.
I brought it
get a
in
little
for
fried
Fran
chicken,
and
little-
Tommy the one time.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's deadly. Get a little hot honey and put it on there.
Oh,
I was
Delicious.
Yeah, just regular maple syrup. That makes anything delicious.
Yeah, it's
Anything will work there. What's coming up on, wow, so you think the Oilers are going to be awful tonight?
don't I lay out a good case? for it?
Well, yeah, I mean, if there's a path to, hey, what the hell happened, I guess that would be it. What's coming up in EST afternoons?
We're going to dive into this game tonight. Shen Peng, we're going to go to San Jose too and talk about the recent trades, a little bit of a goalie fight. Daniel Amoya, the New Jersey Devils beat reporter too at 2:20.
As booked by Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we'll get to see what's going on in New Jersey. They're an interesting group.
Well, trying to move Dougie Hamilton. What do you do with Dougie Hamilton? Who's going to want Dougie Hamilton at that much money?
He's kind of got a stigma too.
He's
doesn't
32
he?
years old. I don't know. I think that's a tough one.
Is he? Yeah. Great player though. I like him as a player.
Had a monster year a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Haji texts in. Let's wrap up two guys and goalie with this text from Haji. Says, you don't have to win 3 in a row to win a cup. Just saying.
No.
I guess technically you don't, but
No.
it would probably
helps.
help things a little bit.
But I don't really mind if they don't get 3 because there should have been a celebration for Nuge, right?
So you're saying it's a better team because they went out and had a nice little Nuge party. So who cares what happens tonight? Well, we'll see. If you have the Oilers to win in regulation and McDavid 2 points and the Hyman point at plus 215, you probably hope they win tonight in regulation. You can find all those over on our EST specials page. Play Alberta title sponsor of everything we do here at Edmonton Sports Talk. That's going to do it for two guys and a goalie today. EST Afternoons is on the way, followed by the Reed Wilkins Show from 3 until 6. GCL Diesel pregame show tonight starting at 7 o'clock, leading into the 8 o'clock game between the Edmonton Oilers and the New Jersey Devils. Devils have won 3 in a row against the Oilers. Maybe that's another reason they win again. They have their number. Who knows? For Matt Kassian, Joaquin Gage, I'm Dustin Nielson. Two guys and goalie has been brought to you by GS Construction. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning on the Nielsen Show.